So I know everyone is interested in ammunition and how you change narratives, and this is something I'm good at and something I do professionally. But being clear to others always and persuasive to others always starts with being clear in our own minds about this. So I believe the claim of Greenpeace is even more extreme than the one you made. It's that if we do not rapidly eliminate fossil fuels to the point of having no net, what's called net CO2 emissions or greenhouse gas emissions by 2050, yeah, then the world will become unlivable. Right, that's the claim. So but so you look at their claim, and so one thing should be suspicious. I mean, many things should be suspicious, but one thing should be suspicious is you look at what is their solution. And so their solution is rapidly eliminate fossil fuels, and you think, okay, you must love non-fossil fuels that are really good. Like you must love nuclear. Does Greenpeace love nuclear? No, Greenpeace is the world's leading opponent of nuclear. Okay, well, so nuclear, as we can discuss, is the only alternative to fossil fuels that has a legitimate shot of replacing them in the long term. And the basic reason is fossil fuels are unique in terms of the nature of the material. They're naturally very concentrated, like oil is very concentrated. That's part of what makes it special. It's naturally stored. It's not like an unreliable flow like the sun and the wind, and it's very abundant. And the only other material in the world that has those properties is nuclear, the material in nuclear energy like uranium and thorium. Yet Greenpeace and most of the modern anti-fossil fuel movement is radically anti-nuclear. They're also anti-hydro, which is basically the third best energy technology in the world, hydroelectric energy. And so what should be suspicious is why are you against the best alternatives to fossil fuels, not replacements? And my view is, I said, it's an anti-human philosophy. Greenpeace is founded on the view that human impact on nature is immoral and should be eliminated. The view, and this is really important, and because I think almost everyone accepts this view to some extent, that our impact is a bad thing and it needs to be eliminated from the earth. And you see this with even the idea of green. What does green mean? It means minimize or eliminate human impact. And I didn't know anything about energy when I was 18, but I knew something about philosophy. And I realized that if your philosophy says our goal on earth should be to eliminate human impact on earth, that is anti-human because human beings literally survive by impacting Earth, right? Earth is not a good place to live absent a lot of impact. It's very dangerous, it's very deficient, and it's dynamic. It changes all the time. We need to massively impact it for the better. So what I think we should be suspicious just from that claim, from their position, is there's something wrong there. And the other thing you can see if you look into it is, why do they expect it to be the end of the world? So if you know anything about fossil fuels, the issue is fossil fuels emit CO2. And I do believe CO2 has a warming impact. But we've been emitting CO2 for 170 years using fossil fuels. We're 1 degree warmer. Let me ask the crowd, is life better or worse than it was 170 years ago? Would you rather live in the 1 degree cooler paradise of 1850? No, the world is a much better environment if you look at our environment from a human perspective, because actually doesn't really matter within a very broad range how hot the earth is or how cold the earth is. Cold is worse generally. What matters is, are we productive enough to be prosperous on a planet that is naturally very inhospitable toward us? And the way we're prosperous is with machines. Machines make us into superhumans. With a machine, one farmer can do the work that 1,000 farmers used to do. A modern combine harvester can reap and thresh 1,000 times as much wheat as the best manual laborer could. With machines, we can do things that no number of humans can do. We can make things like incubators and airplanes that you can't get any number of human beings together and do that. So machines make us superhuman, but they only work if we have low cost, reliable energy. And so what fossil fuels have done is they've made a world where human beings are so productive that we just live in this fabulously abundant and safe world. And yet we ignore all of that. And we ignore the fact that billions of people still lack that benefit. And we are obsessed about the side effects. And we have this idea that, oh, if it gets 2 degrees warmer, then the world is really going to end. This is a primitive religious superstition, which is based on the view that the earth was perfect until we ruined it. So I really regard global warming as a hell narrative. It's saying that we did the wrong thing. We violated this green commandment, thou shalt not impact nature. And so we're going to be punished by an earthly hell. But if you look at it, like, even if it gets multiple degrees warmer, as long as we have energy and freedom, we're going to be better off.